today I am wanting to decide if I want to use my Ruby and my Dream combination still on my pedal board, or if I want to switch over to the Ruby and the Woodrow combination. I figured why not make a video while I'm doing that. I'm just going to be testing out my pedal board with the current setup, which is the Ruby and the Dream, and then what we'll do is I'm going to switch the Dream out for the Woodrow, and then we'll listen to how they sound, and I'll ultimately decide which one I think I like better and continue to use that on my rig. If any of you aren't sure what I'm talking about, I've done 3 other videos on the Woodrow, the Dream, and the Ruby. They're by Universal Audio. They're just pretty much an amp simulator that can go on your pedal board. I'll link those 3 videos in the description down below. I'm gonna be doing all the testing on the Nash T52 Tele with the Lawler pickups. I feel like Teles are a good balance between all types of guitars. Like they're kind of a good balance between a humbucker and then something super single coily like a Strat. This will just be a good neutral test to give me an idea through all my guitars, which combination I think I'll like better. That said, let's get into it. Okay, so here is my pedal board set up currently for the Tele. I am running the green speaker on the Ruby with the EV12 on the Dream. So I'm just gonna test a few songs that I play. I'll test a few parts to different types of songs. We'll compare it with having the Woodrow in there. I am running the green speaker on the Ruby with the blue speaker on the Woodrow. now I need to look back at the footage, and I'm gonna listen closely, compare these, and see which one I like best. I have an idea live. I think right now, just hearing it through the studio monitors, I think I prefer having the Dream in there because it adds a little bit more low end. But the Woodrow, I feel, is more matched with the AC30, like I suspected, since they're both heavy in the mids. If you're wanting both sides of this, wherever you're playing, to sound pretty equal, you may like the Woodrow better. The Dream adds a different texture to an AC30, which is already a different texture. So it's gonna be like a really big spread, but both sides of, you know, wherever you're playing, if you're in a stadium or if you're at a church and they're not like blending them well, both sides might sound completely different. The Woodrow combo might sound a lot closer on both sides. Still not totally close, but closer in frequencies. I'm gonna go back now and listen to these with my headphones and then without my headphones and compare them different ways. And in just a minute, you'll see me come back and I'll tell you which one I think I'm gonna stay with. And so the winner is the Dream. I listened to them both long and hard, and they both had their strengths. I think when with the AC30 and the Woodrow paired together, the Woodrow just has such more of an aggressive sound, the way it handles drives and the way it likes to be pushed. The way I had them dialed just couldn't keep up. I guess what I'm trying to say is the Woodrow has a lot less headroom, or it seems like it runs out of headroom a lot quicker when you turn on overdrives. All in all, they were really close. The AC30 and a Fender has been a tried and true classic. People have been using it since the beginning of stereo amps. There weren't a lot of amps to choose from. You used to have Fender, Marshall, and Vox. Ultimately, I'm going to keep the Ruby and the Dream. You can watch my demo, I'll link it here, where I just review this pedal so you can see how it sounds on its own. You can get a lot of great sounds out of it. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Let me know which pedal combination you liked better. Maybe you liked the Woodrow and the AC30. I'd be curious to know your thoughts in the comments below. Till next time, see ya.